Hi, thanks for joining me today. So, what I'm going to talk about in this episode, I'm going to focus on pre-production of your self-tapes. Now, I know this sounds like I might be putting too much emphasis and details on a self-tape, but that's how serious you have to take them, especially here in Atlanta. Like I said in previous episodes, I moved from Los Angeles to Atlanta. And once I arrived in Atlanta and I signed up with a great talent agency here that's really been helping me out a lot, and I started getting calls. And I was surprised at how important and how much detail they put into their self-tapes. I learned that Atlanta had been in the forefront of using self-tapes for casting, way before anything happened where we got locked down and all that nonsense. So Atlanta, they already had it established. They knew what they wanted and how they wanted it to be turned in by the actors. So it was already in place. And their details and their standards and what they expect is much higher than what we were doing in LA. And I think it's still at that level now. So they don't have that many in-person meetings. Now we really can't. But they didn't have that many in-person meetings, I guess, until they really decided that you were one of the top choices. And then they probably would bring you in and meet you in person. So that's why they really take their self-tapes seriously. And if you're trying to compete in this market here in Atlanta, you need to take your self-tapes just as seriously as I'm explaining them. So let me focus back on what I'm doing. Again, I got my trusty little pad here that's going to keep me on track so that I don't get off track like I usually do. So pre-production. I'm going to base this on an audition that I just received earlier this week. I received the announcement from my agent. I took the paperwork, downloaded it all, and like I said, read it really closely, paying close attention to what they wanted, what their labeling specifications were, what they wanted you to say in the slate, what they want you to say in the notes. Actors Access has a section at the bottom where you can add notes to the casting director. And a lot of the casting people here in Atlanta, they really use those notes. And again, this is a weeding out process. Take it seriously. This is serious business. The competition, you as an actor, you probably, if you haven't been doing this for a long time, you probably don't know how stiff the competition is, how many submissions they get for each role. You'd be blown away. It's just like unbelievable. I've been on the other side of the table casting my own projects in the past. And so I know the amount of submissions that come in. And I know the work that it takes to decide who to bring in. So you have to take this seriously. So what I do is I downloaded all the information that was sent to me and I go through it. Sometimes I'll have like maybe 3 or 4 documents. They're not long. One includes the script. One is a sheet from Actors Access. Sometimes your agent will put together a little packet for you that you can look through. They may have some notes in there and a couple of reminders and things like that if they have any insight to the casting people. And then you'll have more information that might be directly from the casting director. It could be 1 sheet or it could be 2. Sometimes they combine the script with the breakdown details on how they want their submissions to come to them.